Thanks for watching Film Buff, really, honestly, it's fucking great.
Oh, hello! What is up, guys? Film Buff here, so I finally get the chance to check out episode 4, man. This past Sunday, I was on a shoot, got back home really late, and The Walking Dead season premiere was on, or had aired that day. So I had to kind of, pick that. But yeah, man, it's Thursday, and I finally got the chance to check this out, man. There was a lot of Bernard and Dolores, a lot of those scenes where Bernard is kind of just, picking at her brain. Bernard is trying to, get a take on her. At one point, he kind of wants to reset her, but then by the end of a conversation, he's like, no, I think I'll leave you the way you are, and let's see how this plays out. So in the barn, a lot of people were saying she saw the man in black. She saw him, but that was a flashback. That was a flash from a different narrative or a loop that's already happened. So a lot of people were saying, oh, that whole theory of the man in black being William is debunked because she saw him in the same episode. She saw him in the same episode, but that wasn't actually the man in black. That was just a flashback to the man in black, to a different, a previous narrative or a loop. Because as you can see, she shoots the handlebar guy, right? So, I don't think that theory is debunked just yet. Again, it's a bit of a far-fetched theory perhaps, but, I'm interested to find out if it's possible, because there's got to be more to William and Logan, right? They can't just be just a side story of these two guys just, going through the park. It's got to be more to this story than just two guys that just came in. And that the show's just showing us these two guys have some fun. Again, it's possible. It's possible that the theory might be true. It's possible that they might just be totally different people. But I don't think it's debunked just yet. Yeah, so that episode ends. Dolores runs into Logan and William. She's definitely really starting to see things and know that something's off here, man. Something's going on. But yeah, man, I feel like that's all I can remember at the moment. Let's just get into the episode and see where it goes. Let's do it, man. Episode 4.
Can you help me?
Oh, what is it that you want?
I don't know. But this world... I think there may be something wrong with this world. Something hiding underneath.
Tell me about it.
Either that or there's something wrong with me. I may be losing my mind.
It's called The Maze.
What kind of game is it?
It's a very special kind of game, Dolores. The goal is to find the center of it. If you can do that, then maybe you can be free.
I think I want to be free.
So for the first time, she's not in her bed. Ooh. Bunch of assholes coming to this place, man. Oh, Maeve's still up, man.
What's the holdup? We need that one on the next shuttle topside.
I'm not finished with her yet. Hang on.
I've got another bullet fragment to remove from her abdomen.
QA wants her back on the floor now. Just patch her and get her on the door.
Most things touch the tip of my tongue. I'm happy to forget. Except that cowpoke from Abilene. That thing he was back in with that was something to remember.
She remembers, or she's starting to at least. Whoa. She's done it before, hasn't she?
No.
Can you please stop trying to just kill or fuck everything? Oh. Oh.
Yeah, you asshole.
Now I get it.
Ah, finally, man, the man in black.
Not this trip. Besides, I think we found our snake after all. Shame
Ah.
on you. You were a married man up until yesterday. Seems like you got a couple positions open.
It's a lovely town. Is this your home? Well, where are you from?
Same as you. Don't you remember?
Whoa, the maze.
Ma'am?
Excuse me, sir. I didn't want to intrude, but I just had to say that I'm such an admirer of yours. Your foundation literally saved my sister's life.
One more word and I'll cut your throat, understand? This is my fucking vacation.
Holy shit.
You ever heard of a man named Arnold? You could say he was the original settler of these parts. He created a world where you could do anything you want, except one thing. You can't die. Which means no matter how real this world seems, it's still just a game. But then Arnold went and broke his own rule. He died right here in the park. Except I believe he had one story left to tell. A story with real stakes, real violence. You could say I'm here to honor his legacy. And I think your tattoo is the next piece of the puzzle.
Just where you supposed to be?
Your salvation.
Woo! Let's go.
Step lively, Hector.
He has many names. Most know him as Wyatt.
Oh. That's who Teddy was looking for, right?
But I told him we'd be fine, that you didn't understand what you were paying for. It's not a business venture, not a theme park, but an entire world. We designed every inch of it. Every blade of grass. In here we were gods. And you were merely our guests.
This is the table I sat at with my parents. This is the chair I sat in.
We know everything about our guests, don't we? As we know everything about our employees. I do hope you will be careful with Bernard. He has a sensitive disposition.
I beg your pardon, señorita.
Oh, is that Teddy?
Looks like Wyatt's man left somebody behind after all.
Teddy. It is Teddy. Oh, this is cool, man. Same scene, different track. Now we all know this track.
I thought I was crazy. But I got shot. Here.
There's no wound?
No, but I was shot. And this was standing over me, and then it was as if it never happened.
Dreamwalker said there was someone who could see them. It's a blessing from God.
A blessing?
To see the master so pull your strings.
They don't know what they're talking about.
Music's incredible, man.
Open up, Escaton, or we'll fire.
What does it mean? I'm not crazy after all.
Dude, I have goosebumps everywhere.
And that none of this matters.
Yes. I like this track, man. Let me listen to this. Man, this show is getting so good, man. I think Maeve's even more... She's really figuring things out now, man. Awesome, awesome. I'm really digging it, man. It keeps getting better, you know, better and better as each episode goes on. And that's exactly, you know, what you want from a new TV show that keeps building on the last episode, keeps going deeper and deeper. And it did that, you know, this episode did that. So a lot of cool things, man, this episode. So now there's two people heading to that maze, or trying to find it at least. We know the man in black was obviously, you know, searching for the maze for a few episodes now. But there's a new person in there, you know. Bernard is sending Dolores, or, you know, he's hoping that she finds this maze and that it could potentially free her. And, you know, she obviously likes the idea of that because she, you know, mentions that, you know, she would very much like that. So that's cool, man. So Dolores is really breaking free and, you know, just breaking loose not almost, she is breaking loose, man. But yeah, she's, you know, decided that she's gonna stay with them. And also, for the first time in the series, she, you know, she wasn't in the bed, but, you know, first time she kind of opens her eyes and it's open sky. So, you know, that was cool. You know, really shows you that she's moving on. You know, she's really, you know, breaking free. But yeah, man. So they end up in this little Mexican town, I believe. It's the same town, you know, the man in black was at. And she runs into that little girl, man. And this girl, you know, by design, she seems to be some type of like an oracle, like, you know, almost kind of like an oracle. And she clearly knows things, you know. She's programmed to know these things. She's drawn the maze, man. She's drawn the maze in the dirt, and Dolores has obviously recognized it. And, you know, she's like, "Where are you? Like, who are you? You know, where are you from?" And her reply was interesting, man, because she goes, "Same place you're from," and that triggers another flashback for Dolores, man. And I believe she was kind of heading into a church. I don't know, man. It was kind of too fast for me to pick up, you know. But I think it was like a church she was heading into. And then I believe she hears something in her head again. Remember. Now, is that Arnold, again, in her thoughts? Yeah, man, let's see how that plays out, because she's on the lookout for this maze, and this girl just happened to be drawing that maze. So really excited to see how that plays out. She's sticking around, with the two guys, even though at the end, it kind of, I guess Logan kind of decides that he wants to have some fun. Apparently he came across this Easter egg. The guy that captured, his boss is apparently like this thing that's set up, and like Logan knows about, and he knows if he gets to this guy that he's gonna get to the best part of the ride. So he kind of convinces William, yes, that's his name. He convinces him to let him have some fun now, because he's like, oh, you've had your fun, you saved the girl. No, let me have some fun. Man, moving on to the Man in Black. So in this episode, he names Arnold, man. He names him and he talks about him. So, yeah, man, a lot of theories out there, about the Man in Black. Of course, there's that theory that he might just be an older version of William. Also, it turns out that he's a man of great importance outside this amusement park, in real life. Because the other guest, the younger guest approaches him, and he thanks him for his foundation and that they saved his sister. And, he fucking flips out. He's like, close your fucking mouth, something like that. So it looks like he's a big deal outside of this game or amusement park. So let's see how that plays out. I'm kind of drawing a blank on theories about him anymore, man. Like, what's his end game? Because to me, he seems like he's definitely not just a regular guest. He seems to have special privileges. That's quite clear, right? The Man in Black, so he sees the girl, she's got the snake, and that's the next clue, to finding this maze. That led to almost a comedic type of rescue, right? He goes there just with a match, and he rescues Hector. And this scene kind of basically shows that he might be a bit different than other guests, special privileges. He calls in a pyrotechnic favor or something. But yeah, he's definitely not just any other regular, guest. So I'm really, right from the beginning, I've been really interested in finding more about the Man in Black and, what his deal is, man. And he seems to know about Arnold, man. He's mentioned that he's been coming for 30 years. And I believe they mentioned in the last episode that Arnold's been dead for 30 years, like he died 30 years ago. So I don't know, man. Something's going on here. All right, man. Moving on to Mr. Ford, Sir Anthony Hopkins. So this episode really showed us a bit of a darker side of Ford. Like almost kind of like the God complex, right? He mentions that in here. We're like gods. Everything is in place as it's meant to be. It's been put there by us. And everything is happening for a reason. Everything is scripted. Everything is under my control. So moving on to my favorite part of the episode, all the stuff about Maeve. It's getting really good. Really intriguing. Is kind of on the ground, and like I guess this is the whole process of the people come in to clear it all up. Once the scene's played out, they come in and they clear out all the androids. She remembers being dragged out, and on the surgery table, and she sees the man in the mask. And it was just a man, in a garb, like he's in a mask. But to her, she doesn't know what that is. To her, it's some mysterious being that she keeps seeing, and she really struggles. And she starts to draw this man in the mask. And then, man, she, as she lifts the floorboard, she sees a stack of these things. So she's obviously clearly had these flashbacks before, but she would just forget them, but now she's really starting to remember them, because she keeps on it, man. So she's asked Hector to cut her open, obviously he declines, and she does it. And just as she thought, there was a bullet in there. So she, she's not crazy. Hector even asked her, he's like, what does that mean? And, she replies, it means I'm not crazy. So a lot of cool shit going on, man. So, so these two, Maeve and Dolores, they're really starting to grow and really show signs of proper artificial intelligence. And I feel like by the end of the show, or not end of the show, by the end of the season, I feel like a guest is going to end up getting hurt, in the amusement park. I feel like, there's got to be some kind of incident or something. One thing I kind of missed out on, so it's not just her that's seen the man in the mask, in the garb. The native population clearly has experience with the man in the mask, the garb as well. Now they think it's like a spiritual, like a religious, figure. But as we all know, it's just a man in like a garb and like a mask. So she's not the only one who's, who remembers or has had these flashbacks. It's a really exciting show, man. Really, shows like this, and movies like this are really awesome because they're not straightforward. They really make you, question the things that are happening. All right, guys, thanks for checking this out, man. Yeah, please leave your comments and like your theories, and let's get a discussion going, man. This is one of those shows where it's really fun to talk about it, and I want to bounce ideas off you guys. Let me know some of your theories. I didn't really have too many theories for this episode. I don't know. First, I'm just drawing a blank this time. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed it, please smash that thumbs up. There's links to my social media in the description, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, mailing address. But yeah, man, thank you so much for checking this out. Until next time, take it easy.
Jack,
hey, what's up, bro?
What is up, dude?
Love that t-shirt.
Yeah, you like it, man?
I didn't see it beforehand.
How's it going, man? Did you just get here right now?
Yeah,
Professor X, and yeah.
I got here yesterday evening.
Yeah?
Yeah. So
First time in Toronto?
First time in Canada.
First time in Canada. What are you thinking, man? You liking it?
Oh, Canada.
Oh.
Yeah.